Previously on the HCU.
Right before that, though, this is the twist.
What?
I bashed my brains out! I ended up here!
Stop talking. This isn't
They all
a
lived.
scene. Oh, come on. Say it.
They all lived happily ever after.
Happily baby after.
The end. Question mark.
Don't say question mark. They did live happy after. You just said.
I want you gone.
No, you don't. That was
Yeah,
you really mean.
no, I'm not silly.
You love me. You love me, bro.
Oh, that's just so sweet, is it not?
Let's get down to business to defeat the sauce. Yeah, we both thought the same thing. Is that gay?
Just a little.
Is that gay? It's alright though, because we're the HCU, and being gay on the HCU is like
a
a
triple. Oh, baby triple, baby triple, baby triple, baby triple, oh, baby triple, oh, baby triple.
How many
So I
triples
woke
have you
up.
eaten in your... Okay.
Sorry.
When did you wake up? Wait, when did you wake up?
Sorry, this time I'm gonna start the story. Oh, I already told you. I woke up in the nice warm rock that I tugged myself into.
Yeah.
And seeing that I'd bashed my brains out, I decided that I'd scramble them back together, and I just put them right back in there, right back in that skull. And the first thing I did was I drew up some plans. And then I prayed to the demons to create a portal into the real world. I went to the real world. And there I was in the real world.
You got down overnight.
Before I did that, I had to go and write a story. And this is a story that I'd written.
It's good.
So I woke up.
Wait, when did you wake up?
In terms of which story?
The story you're telling now.
The one that I'm writing?
No, the one that you were writing earlier. No, actually, the one that you're planning on writing in like 2 days. That one's more important. That one's more important.
So I'd written the story. I'd woken up. But before that, I'd had a dream, and this is what happened in that dream. So in this dream, I was walking down the street, dream? Right?
When did you wake up
in the street room, and I was heading towards the storeroom to buy some store items from the store section.
What were the store section?
And I was looking through all these items, and suddenly I saw this little man, and he looked up at me and went, "Hey, boss."
Hey, boss.
No.
Oh,
okay. He was a gangster, you see. In the storeroom, there ain't no rules. There ain't no rules at all, buddy.
It's true, no rules in the store.
And so he pulls out. He pulls out his AK-47. He looks me straight in the eyes and he goes, "You're in the wrong neighborhood, son."
You're in the wrong neighborhood, son.
I said, "Huh?
Yeah.
What?" And then he looked me in the eyes and he said, "Look."
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace, my Willa.
I said, "I love peas." And I started eating some peas.
Piece of ass.
I started eating some peas out of the fridge.
Out of the pod.
Just chomping away.
When did the peas wake up?
Oh, sorry. The peas was talking to his pea wife, and they were having a discussion about the state of their marriage. When suddenly they heard a loud noise. It was me grabbing them out of the fridge to eat. They said goodbye to their children before I devoured them, and hundreds of their kind.
Peas wife.
And they were like, "Please don't eat us, please." But I said, "Nah, fam, I'm hungry, innit?" I put them in my mouth and I chomped them up, and they went right down my esophagus into my stomach.
Got it.
They didn't go through any other tubes. Sorry, they just went straight to the one universal tube that we all have.
Yeah, the one like, you know what I mean? It suckled down. You know what I mean? Did your esophagus tube ever just like not wake
This
up?
isn't a podcast.
I'm not fucking. When did the podcast wake up?
Oh, and right before I did any of this, I listened to the latest episode of the HCU podcast, which you can find on the YouTube channel www.youtube.com/HCU, and you click on the search bar and you type in the HCU podcast.
Can you shut up? We're not getting paid.
Now that the message from our sponsor is over, I can continue with the story that I've written down on my paper in front of me.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Then I got up from the sleep room in the warm rock that I tucked myself into right before I bashed my brains out.
How do you keep the rock warm?
And I headed to the heating room where I heat all my rocks.
Ah, that makes sense.
But there was a man in front of me and he said, "Ain't nobody got time for that." So I just left. I went to the outside room again. And this time I was going to go to the divorce room to get divorced.
The divorce one?
Uh-huh.
Did you sign to get in?
No.
What? Oh, you know what? I feel bad if I actually gave a fuck. You know what I mean?
I headed over to the... You know what I realised when I was in the storeroom, when he said those things to me? I realised that he wasn't being very nice. So I reported him to the hate speech room, and they said, "Alright, Bob, what did he say?" I said, "First of all, I ain't no bub. Second of all, I ain't gonna be repeating those words in front of these children. And thirdly, I ain't no bub." And you see what he said? He said, "You know what, bub? Get out of here. Get out of here."
Yeah, huh?
So I headed back and I told the polite young man, the polite young gangster, about what I had been told by the people in the office, and they said, "You know what, man, I'm sorry I had to go through that." And we became good friends. And I realized that the whole time I was actually in the wrong. So I put down my 80 kilogram weights I was just carrying that day, just a slight workout, just one on each finger. I put them all down.
Yeah, go on.
And we embraced each other, we hugged. And then he said to me, "You know what, Bob?" And then I put him down!
What the hell?
"How dare you disrespect me, woman!" And they were like, "I'm not a woman."
God.
I said, "How dare you disrespect me, man?" And they were like,
"I'm not a woman, I'm D's."
They said, "I'm not a woman, I'm D's." And I said, "D's what, sir?" And they said, "D's not, sir." Right before I headed to the joke room to get some new jokes.
Yeah.
They were all out of jokes, so I just headed out. Said, "I'm about to head out."
And then a dog put his hand up.
And then a little puppy came running along, and I said, "Oh, baby doggy." And he said, he looked up at me, and I knew that this was the day. This was the day that they'd foreseen all those years ago in the Chronicles. This was the day that they talked about. This was the day that the Oracle had foreseen. This was the day spoken of in myth and legend for centuries past and centuries to come. This was the day that had been marked in the sculptures of time itself. This was the day that had been programmed into the mainframe. This was the day that I would have my revenge.
Psychopath.
I looked him in the eyes and said, "Hey, buddy." He looked at me and
Hey, buddy.
I said, "Who you calling Bob?" And then the dog leapt up and revealed that he was in fact my long-lost brother. All along, The end.
But when did the when did the sus wake up?
Oh, and then I woke up and I was actually in Among Us and I was actually the imposter. So I went to the med bay and I vented. And then I vented into comms and I vented into admin. And then I waited for my timing to run out and I killed someone. And then I reported the body myself. And then my mum said, "Get off the iPad, it's my turn. I got an important business call." And I said, "But Mum, I want to play the Among. You said I could have a go and I finally got the imposter for once in my life. I just want to play for 5 more minutes, please." And she said, "It's been 5 minutes." I said, "Oh, it's not been 5 minutes. I know you changed the clocks. I know it's 9 o'clock, not 12 o'clock. I know. And she said, "You don't know anything, young man." And I said, "I'm not a man, I'm a baby." She said, "You're not a baby, you're a witch." I said, "I'm not a witch." I started to cry. And then they voted me off the crew, and I told my mom, "I hate you, you stink."
Oh. Are you fucking done now?
And then she just took the iPad out of my hands, and I had to go to my room. And then in my room, all I did was I drew the Among Us on my paper, on my pencil, and I colored one of them red, and one of them blue, one of them brown, one of them pink. And then I drew the little Among Us, the baby Among Us, next to the big Among Us. And then I drew a whole lovely story about Mummy Among Us being really nice to baby Among Us. And then I showed it to my mummy, and she said, "Oh, that's just so sweet, isn't it?" She forgave me, and she said, "I'm really sorry. Next time I'll let you play Among Us till 12 o'clock. And then I went to sleep, and I had a dream, and in my dream I got to play the imposter, and I won.
You're done now, right?
And then when I woke up, Mummy said, "Oh, look, I bought you this new shirt." And I said, "Oh, thank you, Mummy. What's the shirt?" And she said, "It's a Mungie shirt." I said, "Oh, Mungie, I love it. And then I said, "Do you think that Daddy's ever coming home?" And she said, "Let me explain this in terms that you'll understand. When Mummy Mungie and Daddy Mungie are acting sus, someone has to be ejected.
Please.
And he just wasn't doing his tasks." And I said, "No." And then my mommy said, "Let me just sing you a little song before bedtime." And you won't know what the song was.
What was the song?
The song was, "The red seems sus in the comms tonight.
No, fuck
not
off.
a crewmate."
Fuck off.
Sorry, that wasn't the song.
Did that not be the song?
The song was, "Away in a spaceship, no crib for his sus. The little Lord Imposter lay down in medbay. The sus in the medbay lurks down where he vents. The little Lord Imposter asleep in medbay. The crewmates are tasking the poor baby Mungus, but little Lord Mungus, no crying he makes. I love the Lord Majungus. Look up through the vents and stay by emergency meeting till all crewmates die." And then I said, "That was lovely, Mama. Thank you. But I'm not the imposter, I swear." And then she said, "Huh?" And then she killed me. Mummy was the imposter all along.
The end. No, don't cry. Don't cry, please.
I'm dead. I died. Mummy killed me. She aborted me after I was born. I didn't want to die. I don't want to die.
Word.
This video was brought to you by Pro-Life. Vote Trump 2016. This video sucks. When you die, I said that they'd leave your corpse. They won't even bury you.